And the reason that these floors and seats are green is because the first commoners met in fields. They were the peasants and the farmers who were tired of having their crops taxed away by an impossibly cruel crown. And they gathered to force King John to sign the Magna Carta.
This Guy's Garage. Like and subscribe.
Let us welcome the new Speaker of the House of Commons.
Vous me donnerez ça tout à l'heure. Félicitations.
Congratulations.
Est-ce que vous prenez le câlin? Oui.
Order.
I'd like to thank my honourable colleagues who stood to let their name stand to become Speaker of the House of Commons. Let us all give them a huge round of applause. They are amazing Canadians. They have served this House, especially the speakership team. The two assistant speakers and the deputy speaker in particular have served this House very well and with great honour and integrity. And I hope to continue to count on your sage advice and your support as we move forward for the rest of this Parliament. I'm really looking forward to working collaboratively with all of you. And thank you for the applause. I know that in politics, there are only two times when people give you a strong applause and they're happy to see you. The day you arrive, and of course the day you leave. The Speaker, to use the old hockey analogy, is nothing more than a referee. And if there's one thing I know, is that nobody pays good money to go see the referee. They go to see the stars, you, the players on the ice.
Today, you are the first Black Canadian to become Speaker of this House. Be inspiring for all Canadians, especially younger generations who want to get involved in politics. Congratulations. This House is the home of Canadian democracy. Members of Parliament come from every corner of the country to represent their communities. Canadians from coast to coast to coast elect us to work hard for them and to be their voices in this place. They elected us to deliver results to help make their lives better. This remains our number one job. And the only way we can make progress is by working together, by respecting each other. La Chambre des communes est un endroit pour...
The House of Commons is a place for debating ideas. It's normal that we don't always agree with our colleagues. Mr. Speaker, we elected you to help us to be civil in our debates, to remind us that we are all here for the same reason, which is to serve Canadians.
Sequential times for Canada and for the world. We must continue to work together to make life more affordable, to build more homes, to keep our democracy strong, to fight climate change and power the clean economy of tomorrow. On doit continuer notre travail pour
We have to continue our work to ensure that the promise of Canada is held, the promise to improve every generation's quality of life.
Sequential times, Canadians expect us all to work together to deliver results. They expect us to behave to the highest standards. Mr. Speaker, I know you will help us rise to meet this moment. Canada is the best country in the world.
Hear, hear.
Let's keep working all together to make it even better.
I now recognize the leader of the official opposition.
Et félicitations.
Thank you very much and congratulations, Mr. Speaker.
Into. I know that you have strong enough arms for the job because I had the difficult task of dragging you all the way to that chair, and we thought for a moment that you'd changed your mind when you took a turn to congratulate one of our colleagues on this side, but it is an incredible achievement to serve in the role that Parliament has bestowed upon you. C'est un honneur pour tous et
It's an honor for everyone to serve here in the House of Commons. Every single one among us is proud to have the responsibility of working for about 100,000 people among the general public. Sometimes, however, we forget how it works. Sometimes we think the Prime Minister is in charge and the House of Commons is underneath and the people are on the bottom, but it's quite the opposite. The public is actually in charge of our democracy. We are their servants, and the government must serve parliamentarians.
Why Parliament was invented. And the reason that these floors and seats are green is because the first commoners met in fields. They were the peasants and the farmers who were tired of having their crops taxed away by an impossibly cruel crown. And they gathered to force King John to sign the Magna Carta, the Great Charter, which of course restrained the power of the crown. And today, we have a similar circumstance with a government that is excessively powerful and costly, that has overburdened the population, created unprecedented strain, particularly on middle class and working class peoples, who are now forced, in many cases, to live in tents, to lose their homes, who are skipping meals. We have 7 million who cannot afford food because of the inflationary taxes imposed upon that food by an overly greedy government. And so now more than ever, the role of Parliament in restraining the power of the Prime Minister is primordial. And we will continue to carry out that role proudly on the floor of this House of Commons, because we will always remember that we are servants and not masters of the Canadian. And, Mr. Speaker, we will do it with common sense. Now, why is this important? I hear some members of the government who don't like the sound of the word common sense, and we can understand why they wouldn't. But isn't it interesting that this is called the House of Commons for a reason? Right. Common wisdom, our common resources, our common heritage, and our common future is determined by the people elected to serve in this place. And we must always do it with common sense. The common sense of the common people, united for our common home. Your home, my home, our house. Let's bring it home.